So I'm back in Cleveland. I'm at Bobby and Ethan's Crystal Homestay. That's an Airbnb, not too far from the interstate. Lovely place. I can recommend it. I'm staying an extra night. I was supposed to leave yesterday, but I'm staying an extra night because I'm here also to see my friend Jason and his wife, and I haven't seen the baby yet. So hopefully he's gonna call me back for that later on. So as for the violin, I took the violin with me because I have been playing this instrument for 16 years. I've had it for 16 years. I've been taking lessons, maybe half of it, and of course I have not practiced a lot, and that's one of my problems, in the sense that I can't really pin myself down for like an hour a day and get better at it, which I have to do. It's what Mason said earlier, that there's no way you can become a good player if you don't practice every day. So I don't have to practice 4 hours a day, but I would like to practice at least half an hour. So I just actually picked it up and started playing some scales, and that's, I guess, how it starts. To try to play, even if I'm on the way, just try to play some scales every day, even though you're staying with other people, so don't play as loud as you want. But the other thing I thought was interesting was the fact that there's a margin in precision, so to speak. The violin is tuned at a certain amount of vibrations per second, so every string vibrates differently. So the G, of course, lower note, the G vibrates slower, the E a little faster, and then so there's this whole spectrum of tone notes. And according to the app I'm using, I oftentimes don't play in the green. So the green, the A is now in green, so it means it's perfectly played. But perfectly means like exactly the right number. So let's say the A is whatever 1400 hertz. So if you play exactly 1400 hertz, that means your finger is exactly on the right spot. You play the A. But if your finger is not on the right spot, it's not an A. But it doesn't mean it's not in tune. The whole part about being is in tune or not is there's a variation in that. And it's not the app, of course. It's in my head. Is that what makes it intimidating? What makes it intimidating is the fear of doing something wrong in your head, or the fear of being laughed at, or the fear of I'm never going to get this. So so from now on, I'm gonna just not care as much about playing the exact number. I just try to get into the vicinity of it, and then can always fine-tune it, because the idea behind all this practice is that you train your ear as much as anything else. And I think that's what I've learned today, to be more patient, and don't be afraid of this thing. Just open it up and play. Play, even if it's just a scale. And if you just play for 2 minutes, that's more than zero. You know what I mean? It's a beginning. The question, of course, is why am I doing this? I always joke that it's for the violin is my retirement plan, but although I would love to play on the street sometime, that's for sure. That'd be fun. But I think you have to think about life as a plan, and also think about life as in the best days is still ahead of you, and I think being able to play music with other people is something that can be very satisfying, especially when you get a little older. And so that's one of the reasons I'm doing it. And also, I'm doing it because it's a challenge, because it's difficult, and I like challenges. And then another thing is that, I mean, just it also keeps your mind sharp to learn new things, and because violin is such a physical instrument, your body has to learn so many different things that your brain is going haywire because of all the new things it has to do. And so I think that's a good thing. And I think it's, and the other thing that's, and this is me speaking, but and you can, you know, say whatever you want to say about this, but you can do this and slowly get better, and at some point really enjoy it. Or you can, you know, watch TV or play games or whatever, which will not get you anything, I think. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So as for the rest of the trip, so I'm gonna go, hopefully going to go to Chicago tomorrow, and then on to Nebraska, to Omaha, to see my see some old friends and see a show at my old school, and then hopefully meet my former violin teacher Angela. We talked about in the previous video. Angela Diop. She's now in Kansas City, so and then from Kansas City I go into the direction of maybe Oklahoma or otherwise New Mexico. So that's my trip. I'll try to shoot some some video on the way when I'm on a motorcycle, but I haven't figured it out yet. So I also think I should do that at a pretty spot somewhere in a desert or something, or in the mountains. So yeah, practice. That was pretty bad. See how my mind is not there at all? So it's supposed to be the C scale. I'm playing, start with a G, so this is the C. Here's a C. D, E, F, G. Green. Green, green. Holy fucking shit. No. That's gonna take a long, long time.